D.C. and Plano, Texas. Lorie's family tragedy required major choices. Her decision to start over resulted in realizing her career dreams. She's definitely a good example of the old adage, out of adversity comes opportunity.
Years ago, I was a broken person. There's very little about my life today that remotely resembles my life in the fall of 2004. I was living in Washington, D.C. I was in an emotionally abusive relationship. I'd all but given up on my dream of being a civil rights lawyer, which is what had led me to go to law school in D.C. in the first place. I was disillusioned because I had envisioned the life, the career that I wanted, and I had fallen so very short just a few years out of law school. But I did have an idea. I thought maybe I should move back to Dallas, be with my family, and start my own practice. I'd seen my mom successfully build 2 businesses, partly due to ABWA, and I knew that Dallas was a great place for entrepreneurs. I thought I could focus on wills and estate planning, so I had some experience in that area, and I did find it interesting. Also, a very small voice in my head thought, well, if you do that kind of work for the gay community, giving relationships recognition that the law does not currently provide, that could possibly fill that civil rights passion that must still burn somewhere inside me. But another part of me felt that to move back would be giving up. One night, I was talking to my dad, who was so excited that I might move home, that he actually went out looking for apartments for me and was telling me about the perfect one that he told me all about. The next day, on my way home from work, I received a frantic phone call from my mom. My dad had been in an accident. He was gone just like that. Within 3 weeks, almost 5 years exactly from today, I had moved back to Dallas. One bright spot as I moved into that very apartment he picked out for me. But my family was devastated. I had no job. I wasn't even licensed to practice in Texas. I abruptly ended an awful relationship. I had no money and no certainty that I could build a business, a life, a relationship for myself. That was my world 5 years ago. You want to talk about change, I know all about it. In that time, I've built and continue to build a successful law practice. I serve on several boards of directors, including ABWA, the GLBT Chamber, the Human Rights Campaign. I was able to buy a house, and I met and married my soulmate. I have a very diverse client base, but the most amazing and satisfying part of my business is that I've established myself as a leader in estate planning in the Dallas gay community. As a result, I've been presented with many opportunities to help lead public interest and civil rights organizations. It took a leap of faith, a perceived defeat, to actually lead me back to what I always felt I was born to do. And yet, I feel like I have so much more to accomplish and do in this world, and I continue to be tested. And I know I must be strong because not everyone will understand or agree with me or the people that I represent. But what has changed most is that I've learned to be happy in this moment just as it is, and let a higher power reveal the future in its own time. Success truly is a journey and not a destination, and all of us achieve these moments of success that we need to rejoice in at that time, even if it's not yet where we feel we're meant to be. For me, this is one of those moments, and I am so very grateful and humbled by this honor.